So this is going to be the first Brothers Q&A on my channel. We're going to try to keep it at one cut. Nick is finally home, so we have questions. I tried to pick them out for both of us that we could both answer. I know I put something up on my Instagram, and a lot of the questions were just directed to him, but I tried to pick out some that I was involved in too. So first one, I wrote them down too. First one, where do you guys see yourself in 5 to 10 years? For me personally, what I think is, this lease is going to be 5 years. My dream is for us to build our own warehouse, get our own land. I mean, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say eventually we'd like to branch out. I know me and him want to do separate things or within the same category. So we're talking, I stay in the Austin area. He goes to maybe California, opens up another distribution center. That way it saves us money on shipping. And then he can also have his own thing, his own channel, and kind of separate from the Brothers brand and do something individual.
That's why I'm trying to build my own personal brand too right now. So especially having a distribution center on the West Coast is huge. California is a huge market. So that would be something you could do. Will we run the same workout program? Probably. I mean, I'm sure we're going to work out at the same time.
I mean, it depends. Like, right now we're on the same workout program and split because, we're building the gym together. But once it opens, things are going to be crazy and hectic, so I'm sure we're going to be on different schedules.
Yeah, like I said earlier in my video too, that even though we're a family business, we do our own things and have pretty much our own priorities, and they kind of come together. So we're going to be on different schedules, so I'm not sure yet. What's the next step in progressing the business?
I'll take this one.
Yeah.
So right now, a lot of people have been asking about protein powders, what we're going to do. We're working on a protein powder blend. We actually initiated the process today with a manufacturer. So that's kind of our next step in what we want to do within Bear Performance Nutrition. Bear Performance Gym, I mean, the whole business plan is set. It's just executing now and getting it ready.
Yeah, and that's going to be big with protein too, because a lot of people have been asking about it, and we're not at that one-stop shop yet where you can have protein too, so now people can get all their supplements. How will a membership work out at the gym and a day pass? So if you want to take this one.
So right now, memberships are set. It's no contract, $39.99 a month. Day pass is $9.99 a month. Week pass is $19.99 a month. It's all on our site, beargym.com. It explains it. But it's going to be a pretty simplistic approach to memberships.
Yeah, especially, a lot of gyms have a lot of trouble with cancellation fees and things like that. We're not going to have any of that. If you want to cancel your membership, you can. Our favorite thing about Texas, you can go ahead.
The food, opportunities. I mean, there's just so much going on.
Yeah, I love it. Because I was just recently in Pennsylvania, and I love both, but there's just so much going on in Texas, and especially I love the people too. So, how will you deal with a big problem in our family business if it ever occurs? We haven't faced that yet, and I talked about this earlier in the video too, which is why I picked this question too. The business never made any money for the first 4 years, and we never fought then.
One thing that I'm finding right now is that for the longest time, last 9 months, I've been running something on my own and have had control of that, and he's been doing his own thing and had control. Now we're coming together, and it's kind of integrating both of us into the same plan and execution. So I think it's just the biggest problem we're facing right now, if any, is working together in sync.
Yeah. And
still doing our own thing.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said before, we kind of have our own tasks, and they kind of integrate and come together then. How difficult has it been combining visions? This is actually from Chase Tuning. Visions on such huge endeavors as a supplement line and gym entrepreneurship. I thought it hasn't been that hard. I mean, it all started out as a supplement line, and you've wanted to start the gym for the last 6 months.
I mean, it's only been a vision for me for the last year because I've been gone. I've been out of the country. So, it's so surreal now seeing the physical product, being in the gym that I've been looking at videos and pictures of for the last 6 months. So the vision has always been there, and that for me it's all I ever had. So it's kind of just making it happen now.
And you've made me see the vision pretty much just talking over the phone. How difficult or easy was it to get the gym started while the two of you were in different parts of the world? It might seem really hard, but with all of this technology, the internet, our real estate agents, I think we were just so focused that it wasn't as hard as it might seem.
For me, being in the military, learning delegation has been such a big thing in leadership. So, with the whole gym, I just told him, just find a gym and do your thing. I didn't get involved in anything. I let him find the place. I really didn't have too much. I gave him, guidelines or necessities of what needed to be in a place. Other than that, it was like,
Yeah.
just find a place, dude.
And it's like, yeah, like I came straight out of college and I didn't learn anything from college about commercial real estate. So it was a huge learning curve, but at the same time, you learn so much as you go. And I wasn't really conservative about it, but I wasn't too cautious about it. You know, I did move pretty fast, and right when I saw this location, I knew it was just exactly what we wanted. It fit all the specs and even more, I think. So
It was like originally it was out of our price range.
yeah,
But for what it has to offer,
the
It's-
location and
yeah, the amenities, the size. Well, we couldn't have found a better place as fast as we did. It took
Yeah.
a few weeks.
yeah. Now
4 months.
we don't want to be paying a lease forever. That's why I think we eventually, once the lease is up, even though it's a great location, you know, the dream would be to build our own gym, get our own land. Because when we're 50 years old, we don't want to still be paying a lease. We want to own something.
For me, at least, it's always forward progression.
Yeah.
So like even when things seem like very overwhelming, like right now I'm very overwhelmed after getting home and trying to sort everything out work wise and gym wise and Bare Performance nutrition wise. But it's still like, all right, you still need to forward progress. So like we're still gonna work on a protein powder. We're still gonna build, up our businesses. As overwhelming as you are, you can't stay stagnant or constant in the industry or the environment.
When did BPN start making money? This past year is really when it took off.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah.
We're doing monthly in revenue what we used to do annually,
Yeah.
which is huge.
Explosive growth at this point. When will we start going to fitness expos? And I guess this question was directed at, having our own booth and things like that. That's definitely in the future, having our own booth, I'd say.
Yeah, so I actually haven't brought it up on my channel yet. I brought it up on Snapchat, but I just signed a contract with Alpha, so I'll be going to expos with Alpha Clothing Company and be at their booth. But I don't know when Bare Performance Nutrition will have our own booth. Marketing wise, the cost benefit analysis like that we've done, it just isn't worth it
Yeah.
at the point that we're at right now.
Right. That's why you see a lot of, smaller companies at this point won't have a booth. I'm not sure what the exact price is. I remember hearing at the Olympia for a really small space, it was something like $15,000. So
I mean, you saw a few years ago the company that sponsored the Olympia went bankrupt
yeah,
the
was
following
that
year.
Gaspari? Or
No, I don't remember the brand.
yeah, you got to watch out for your marketing costs within this industry for sure. YouTube fitness inspiration growing up. For me, it was Greg Plitt. That was always that guy got me so motivated, especially in high school. I looked up to him so much.
I started watching fitness YouTube videos like junior year of college. I didn't subscribe to any channels. I would just go and search videos, just random stuff. But it wasn't until recently that I got really into filming and cinematography, and I kind of wanted to take my own approach with the whole military aspect and incorporate it into YouTube fitness. I mean, with whatever you do, you have to find your niche within the market to separate yourself.
Yeah, I when I started, I kind of did what everyone did. Talked about a topic each video, kind of had it structured, and I didn't really like that. And now mine's kind of going toward kind of the lifestyle and not planning exactly what I'm going to do each day, and I just feel so much better about that. I don't stress out myself about it either, and I think my content's better. Any insights or brands or companies planning to eventually start for us? So product extension, like we talked about, protein, companies in the future, possibly different types of industries.
I mean, we're not going to talk about it yet because it's still in the planning
Yeah.
process, but there's multiple businesses that we've talked about opening.
I think you need to get a really good structure in place first. Example,
We're in the place that we want to be to open up more businesses. I mean,
Yeah.
the Austin area is growing like crazy. So at the time right now, it's perfect for us, especially in the real estate industry. So
Yeah.
maybe that in the future.
real estate's really appreciating here right now. Just for example, that's why we don't want to pay a lease here forever, because it's just going up and up each year. Best advice for college students balancing work, school, and staying in the gym. I just always thought when I was in college, the busier I was, the better I did.
You're never as busy as you
Yeah.
think you are. The people complaining about being busy probably don't have enough to do, to tell you the truth.
I love seeing this question either earlier. Would we ever sell the company? And that's a tough question because everyone always says they have their price, but it's tough. I'm sure it would be so hard to give away your brand, and I don't think I'd want to do that.
Right now, we're in such a growth phase that it would be stupid for us to sell because the price wouldn't be where we wanted it to be. In the future, maybe if we wanted to go and do something else, possibly sell, but it's definitely not in a near time goal or anything that we can see ourselves doing.
And then, will we ever begin sponsorships? I mean, that's something we've talked about before. There's different ways you can market within the supplement industry. If you would start sponsorships, obviously your revenue would go up and your cost would go up. We got to find a good strategy, if we're going to start one the next couple months. Right now, we're pretty much marketing ourselves. But that could definitely be something that we do, within the next couple months.
My problem with sponsorships is it comes down to brand loyalty. You see so many athletes or sponsored brand influencers, if you will, that like one day they're sponsored by one company and they say it's the best product ever, and then the next day they pick up another sponsorship because that company is willing to pay them more, and then that's the best product in the company ever. So like in this industry there's no or very little brand loyalty, and that's what bothers me, and that's why I stay away from sponsoring athletes, just because
I think people notice that too now that they're not actually using always their product. They're using their product because they get paid. So, it's maybe in the 90s when we were reading the magazines, we thought, that bodybuilder only used those products, but it's because they were getting paid a big contract. But that's actually going to be all the questions. We're going to go get something to eat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had to get some content out. It was kind of the first break I took from YouTube, but I'm going to start filming tomorrow and going to try to start bringing a lot more content out.